What is up, earthnoids and spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we are continuing our adventures of Axis Xeon and UC-0081. Last time in our adventures in Char's deleted affair, Char was unable to launch the earthnoids, and Haman and her Schnee Weiss was on the battlefield left to fend for herself. This time, we will see the Axis battle continue. Char will try to find Haman on the battlefield while others protect their homeland. So let's get into this.
Char notes that Xeon should prepare for many losses in this battle.
He is finally able to launch. As much as he hates the eye field, Char may have to use it to make a beeline through the enemy's attack. His goal is to protect Haman and ensure no one gets anywhere near Axis. Andy, Ricardo, and a team of Zaku's meet up with the Red Comet. Andy's team will join Char in saving and protecting Haman, and Ricardo's team will prevent enemies from getting to Axis. One Magellan hangs back in the asteroid zone and will wait to attack any Xeon suits that come their way. Back with Haman, she is heading to the battle zone. One of Enzo's men tells her to pull back, but she wants to experience this battle. She deploys her bits. Two of them are malfunctioning. Natalie tells her that they weren't properly tested yet. Two GMs approach her location. She goes after one. The GM is able to evade. She realizes that the simulators are slower than real life. She tries again with her bits, but gets a direct hit. On the rogue Xeon ship, Heinz is watching all this go down. They forced Axis to break their isolationism and get involved once again. Monica, one of Enzo's underlings, and a pro-war Xeon, is excited to begin the Xeon War for independence once again, but GMs come in and damage her Gelgoog. Xeon soldier Captain Racken comes in his Rick-DII and tells her to fall back. We haven't talked about the Rick-DII, even though it has been showing up since UC-0080, so let's dive into this unit. The MS-09R4 Rick-DII 2, pronounced Rick-DII, is the improved Rick-DII designed with mainly space use in mind. It has more vernier thrusters for better mobility in space. According to the 80s Gunpla instruction manual, it integrates parts of the Gelgoog into its system, but doesn't specify exactly what, so who knows. Though designed for space, it can still function in atmosphere and colonies with modifications. It uses a scattering beam gun, a heat saber, a new giant bazooka, a 90mm machine gun, and a Sturmfaust, and much more. Haman shoots down her fourth GM. Another one comes in and shoots down a Zaku next to her. She realizes her comrade is dead. She then realizes that she also just killed people, and she begins spiraling mid-battle. These are her first kills, so it's natural to have these thoughts, but probably not the right time to be having them. She realizes this could be her fate in war. On Axis, Enzo gets a report that 30% of their forces have already been taken out. It seems that the GMs are far superior to the GM used during the Battle of Abawaku. Haman heads towards the main battle. The Magellan-class ship begins tracking her. Char is rushing to find Haman. He runs into a few GMs. He tries to shoot them down, but they evaded the attack with ease. Char instantly recognized that attack pattern. It was Amado Ray and the Gundam. Char can't sense him with his new type powers, so he realizes that the Gundam's battle data has been integrated into the GM. Every GM is now as skilled as Amado was during the 1-year war. Char realizes that they are going to lose this battle. Back on the front lines, Ricardo is also struggling to fight the GMs. He thinks that he's fighting new types based on how well they move. He has no choice but to fall back. Enemy ships begin moving closer towards Axis. They are unable to launch their battleships as they are too close, and launching now would make them a giant target. Natalie mentions that a fleet may be hiding in S-Field near the asteroid debris. Haman is taking out more GMs, but EFF sends out reinforcements. Her bits are bulky, but she makes what she has work. Her new type powers are working overtime. Andy is struggling. Char tells him what he thinks is going on. We get a flashback of Amado battling, and he tells Andy that he believes that a new type like Amado can most likely sense the enemy and kill them all in a matter of milliseconds. He says that these are copies of Amado, and an incomplete copy at that, so they may still have a chance in this battle. If you notice, these veteran fighters are struggling to get a hit, but Haman is succeeding. Certainly, the Psychomu system helps, but it is mainly attributed to her being an insanely skilled new type. Remember, this is her real first battle. 37% of Axis forces are destroyed. Suddenly, Axis mainland is attacked. Things are looking bad. Andy and Ricardo head back to Axis and help protect the homeland, while Char continues looking for Haman. The Minovsky particle density is too high, so he gives Andy a message to give back to headquarters. Natalie receives the message from Char. EFF forces are stronger than estimated. All forces will return to Axis and act as turrets to protect the homeland. At first, Enzo thought Char's message was foolish. Enzo wants Zeon to engage in war, but isn't going to make his men go on a suicide mission. They send out a green flare to tell all forces to get back to Axis and defend. Monica and Racken make their way back. The rogue Zeon forces are upset that they are pulling back. They decide to go in and attack themselves. Back at Axis, Andy is starting to adapt to the new GMs. They are great at evading, but their aim with a rifle still isn't great. Andy says screw it and goes in close and starts punching. He realizes that they still suck at close combat fighting. He lets Ricardo and Char know of this information. Unfortunately, close combat isn't a possibility with the 0-R. But he does have the I field. Char enters into the asteroid field and tries to find Haman. He notes that Haman's bits will be useless in the asteroid field. As Haman heads through the asteroids, just as Char thought, her bits are being destroyed by asteroid debris. She has only 4 bits left. Everything is looking good on the surface of Axis, and they are turning the tables. EFF is starting to realize that they hardened their defenses and are luring in their mobile suits towards Axis. The EFF commander also decides to advance towards Axis. Haman notices something moving. It is the EFF fleet. She begins heading towards the enemy. 3 GMs approach, and she is able to take them out with ease. Back on the rogue Musai, Karth helps Hein escape from the ship. Heinz was Karth's former flight instructor, and he begs him to leave the ship ASAP. Heinz then realizes they intend to do a kamikaze mission. He takes Heinz out to a shuttle. Heinz tells Karth to come with them and not throw his life away, but he heads back to the Musai. Haman only has 3 bits left. She goes to attack the fleet. The EFF commander detects the Dom approaching. They prepare to attack Haman, when suddenly the Musai-class ship heads right towards the Magellan. EFF fires their cannons towards the Musai. They keep pushing forward and attempt to ram them, but the Magellan takes out the Musai before they were able to do any heavy damage to the EFF fleet. The explosion did, however, take out Haman's remaining bits. The Magellan does have some slight damage to their upper decks, but can still fight. However, their targeting system is down. Char sees the explosion and notes it is big, so it must be a battleship. He rushes in and sees Haman directly in front of the Magellan. She releases the Psychomo system backpack to lose some weight, but she is getting no response from her controls. GMs begin surrounding her. The Magellan ignores the DOMs and lets the GMs handle it while they focus on the targeting system. As she thinks she is about to die, she yells out Char's name. Her naked psychic new-type body screams out, and Char is able to sense it. Char screams, "Haman, I'm coming!" Which I originally wanted to give Japanese people the benefit of the doubt, but Japanese people say I'm coming as well. There is no excuse. The Magellan notices the mobile armor coming in, but they have to deal with the white Dom first. Char tells Haman to get behind him when he comes in, but Haman is not responding to him. She is spiraling hard. Char yells out to her. Haman's life flashes before her eyes. On Axis, Natalie gets data on the explosion in S-Field. The Minovsky particle density is too high, but the signature appeared like a Musai-class ship. Enzo recognizes that this is the rogue Zeon fleet that he appears to be in cahoots with. Things are looking good for Axis. During the explosion, Natalie spotted a shadow and wonders if it is the Schnee Weiss. She hopes that Char will be able to protect her. Char rushes in. He reverses thrusters and takes a lot of G's to the face. Damn, that has to hurt. The GMs shoot at the 0-R, but it uses its I field on the beam and deflects their beams back at the GMs and takes out all 4 instantly. He continues towards Haman. The Magellan uses its twin megaparticle cannon on Haman's Dom. Char is able to grab Haman and activate his I field, completely tanking the twin megaparticle cannon. The I field output is now only at 40%. Char continues pushing forward. He is now too close, and EFF can't use their main cannons, so they use their auxiliary beam cannons, which I didn't think that the Magellan had sub-beam weapons. Doesn't it just have 7 twin megaparticle cannons? Anyways, it fires on the 0-R, and it tanks another attack. He is facing the bridge head-on. His thrusters are blown out from that last beam attack. The I field is cooked. Char wonders if he could bluff his way through a surrender. EFF wonders if they can attack him at this range, but it would damage the bridge. Char tells them to tell all forces to cease fire. The EFF commander tells them that they are only one ship and EFF will continue on with or without them. On the outskirts of Axis, Andy runs into Racken, who is heading back to the homeland. Andy tells Racken that they are weak against close combat. The two introduce themselves to one another. We learn Racken was present during the Battle of Solomon. Back in S-Field, Char pretends like they led them into a trap and that it was his plan all along for EFF to get close to Axis and leave the Magellan helpless. He also name drops himself and lets them know they are talking to the Red Comet. This makes the commander nervous, and he gives in and surrenders. He calls for a ceasefire and sends out a flare to retreat. Zeon has won this battle. Now that they are safe, Enzo launches the Zeon fleet ships and wrangles up the remaining EFF fleet ships. However, one Salamis-class ship breaks off from the EFF fleet. Enzo lets the ship flee. They are too far out into space, and there are no other EFF forces in this sector. They will most likely starve to death. Andy, Ricardo, and Racken meet up in the hangar after landing. They thank each other for a job well done. Natalie calls a medic for Haman. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of Axis, in infield, a shuttle approaches. A young girl from Side 3 is making a visit to Axis. And that will do it for this episode. We see that even with EFF's new battle data on their GMs, Haman is quite the new type, even if it was her first battle. We also get to see Char go from a person who tries to never get hit to a guy who tanks a mega particle cannon, so he now has that under his belt. He did a Mulaflaga. Next time, we will learn of the new Axis visitor. We will see a young Mashimir fawned over Haman, and we will see the EFF prisoners plot their escape. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, why dodge when you could deflect? Peace.